One of the most disliked aspects of Doom Eternal is the purple sludge and tentacles that pop out, and the outrage towards them both is overblown. People say that they slow the game down and fly against everything that Doom Eternal stands for, and it's hard to disagree that the purple sludge is a weird inclusion to the game, but the game is not ruined by any stretch. Now, I actually like the tentacles, as they are something that can be easily killed with a chainsaw or a shotgun blast, and they are just an ambient monster that keeps the players on their toes. They aren't as lethal as people make out, and in the Ancient Gods DLC, id Software put in a comically large tentacle just to fuck with players. I love that kind of stuff, and the self-awareness is great. The tentacles have also been used in the Super Gore Nest Master level, and they provide yet another thing to worry about in the heat of combat. I enjoy how they are actually included in the arena with the other demons to increase the tension, and they're not only something to pad out the level when you're walking down a corridor. The tentacles are a solid addition to Doom Eternal, but at the same time, they're not exactly the most engaging enemy to deal with. I have a pretty neutral stance on tentacles, but I love how they have been utilized in the post-launch content. The Ancient Gods with a massive tentacle in your way is brilliant, and a funny surprise for players, and the Super Gore Nest Master level adds them in arenas with the other monsters to trip up the player. Tentacles are fine, but if they were removed from the original 13 level campaign, I wouldn't be crying out for their return. The purple sludge, on the other hand, is a strange addition, and it's almost universally hated by Doom Eternal players. It slows down gameplay, and you have no choice but to move at a snail's pace, but it only appears in 2 levels. I don't mind the purple sludge. I mean, it's not great, but it's tolerable, and the fact that it only shows up in Exultia and ARC Complex is a blessing. I think people have overblown how bad the purple sludge is, and exaggerate how much it actually shows up in the game. I will say that the worst choice they made with the purple sludge is including it in the second fucking level of Doom Eternal. First time players are having fun, driving the figurative sports car, and they are killing demons at a breakneck pace. And all of that is stopped for a moment in the second level, with the purple sludge. I feel like major whiplash occurs and first time players are perplexed at the purple sludge, more because it's in the second level than anything else. If the purple sludge showed up first in ARC Complex slowly but surely, it would have not been as baffling as how it was introduced in Exultia. ARC Complex's purple sludge is handled way better anyway, since there are pools of it on the ground and they don't make up the entirety of the space most of the time. You can still meat hook onto enemies and avoid the purple sludge completely in the outdoor areas of ARC Complex. There is only one section in ARC Complex that covers the ground with purple sludge, and id Software threw a Hell Knight in for good measure. This is torturous, and completely by design. It's clear that id Software wanted players to panic while in that Hell Knight purple goo section, and it worked. That is one extremely effective use for the purple sludge, and I like how in the rest of ARC Complex, the sludge is only there as a penalty for quote, bad play. If you don't traverse the arena carefully, you can get trapped in the sludge and it leaves you open to getting attacked by demons. This is great stuff actually, and the only real annoying part with the purple sludge is in Exultia, which I agree shouldn't have been included. By the second level, id Software shouldn't have thrown in something that completely breaks up the flow of the game up to that point. It's just bad timing, as you just got the dash and are zipping about like crazy. Then the purple sludge rears its ugly head and slows everything down for a bit. That being said, Doom Eternal was not ruined by the purple sludge or tentacles, and while they aren't the most compelling aspects of the game, they aren't terrible by any stretch. On the internet, everything gets blown out of proportion, and that goes for game criticism as well. When discussing a game online, your opinion has to be extreme, and that's just not how real people think about things. The purple sludge in Exultia specifically is a pain in the arse, but it's a pain that only lasts like a minute, and if you're good enough at the game, you can almost bypass it entirely. Over a 20-hour experience, the purple sludge in Exultia and ARC Complex make up 5 minutes at most. Doom Eternal is a fantastic game, and while the purple sludge is a point of criticism, it isn't common or frustrating enough to ruin the game for me. Thanks for watching.